I have a 2007 Cadillac DTS, and the heated front seats and cooled do not function. The switch appears to work, but they do not heat or cool, and the fan that usually comes on in the cooling cycle, it's not audible. In the process of troubleshooting to find out what's wrong. Going to attempt to take the large plug out. Looks like I need to have some needle nose. They say in all the things I've seen on the internet that this plug is usually the culprit for the seats not to work. We'll see. Just came back from Tires Plus, and they were kind enough to remove and loosen, or loosen and remove, both the 50 torque screws. Now we'll try to remove the seat. The seat has been loosened and tilted in order to see underneath. You see where I had to initially disconnect that white and yellow plugs. I was able to loosen the two nuts holding the control module to the seat, so I have easy access to the plugs. Definitely the hard part is just pulling this plug out of the module. I don't know if it's just rusted or burned. Won't tell until I get it pulled off. What a mess. Finally got it off. You can see there's burn spots and a prong that was attached inside the housing here. So it looks like if that's the M, that coincides with what I found on the internet. I'm going to take this apart and inspect the board. This side of the board looks very good. The only thing that I found is one of the terminals in the lower right hand corner, which I think is associated with M, is missing. It's actually stuck in the plug. The flip side of the electrical board doesn't show any burn marks whatsoever. You can see there's a spot where the actual terminal goes. It shouldn't be hard to repair if I wanted to repair this. All it would take is to insert the terminal and then just put a spot of solder on that little hole right there in the center. There does not seem to be any burn marks on the electronic board. So once I have everything put together, we'll try it out. No burn marks are apparent on the control board. Control unit is put back together. We're going to give it a try. We'll probably plug in the different wires and just leave it under the seat, free from attachment, to monitor for a few days once we put it all together. Kind of a mess in here. I'm trying to drive and have this seat incapacitated, trying to fix the heated and cooling seats. But maybe soon it'll be all done. In the process of attaching the terminals to the end of the wires that I cut off of this old plug, the most important thing is to make sure that each of the wires are clearly labeled, so when you put it back into the new plug, there will be no mistaking which goes where. All the terminals have been placed onto the wires. Now I'm going to solder each of the terminals to the wire to secure and make it hold better. The module is reinstalled into the top of the front of the seat on the passenger side. I've already tested it to see if it in fact functions, and it does. So I'm going to put it back together again, at least temporarily, till we get the new module. Everything back in place. See if any messages come on the dashboard before we test the airbag light went off. Everything is put back to normal. Let's try cold first. Definitely can hear the fan. That's a good sign. Haven't heard that in a while. So taking the cooling seats off, the fan stopped. Fan came on just for a fraction of a second and trying the heated seats. Beginning to warm. That was fast. Let's try just the back. Same thing, the fan came on just for a fraction of a second and I can feel the heat already in the back. Well, the next thing would be to check the passenger, but I'll wait for my wife to be on the passenger seat. Looking good. Wiring harness is attached to this metal rod with a little clip plugged in, attached. All the plugs are in. The harness looks like it goes in that little groove. I'll put that in there before I put the seat back. Looking good.